slammed the door, got it open, and just black smoke everywhere. Those babies needed somebody.
Neighbors frantically try to save 2 young children from a burning apartment. Sadly, their heroic efforts were not enough. Thank you for joining us at 10. I'm Karen Larson.
And I'm Russ McCaskey. Tonight, new information as police investigators confirm the 2 children pulled from the fire have died.
The fire broke out at the London Square Apartments near 61st and Lewis just before 3 o'clock this afternoon. When firefighters arrived, they found thick black smoke pouring from a second-story apartment. Rescuers tried CPR on the kids, but ultimately they just couldn't revive them. Our team coverage begins tonight with 2 News reporter Liz Bryant and the story of one woman who risked her own life to try to save others. Liz?
Well, Karen and Russ, this is the apartment of tragedy. You can see the burnt out roof and it's windowless. An effort of the mom and 6 neighbors to save these kids, but the black smoke was too much to tackle. A call for help just before 3 Monday afternoon sends 5 to the hospital and a few packing.
I just feel like I could have done more.
Christina Long waits outside her South Tulsa apartment with her neighbors. It's just minutes after a pounding knock on their front door sucked the air right out of them.
I asked what was going on. She said my babies are in there and I can't get the door open.
Black smoke billowed out of an apartment 2 doors down from Christina. The tenant couldn't unlock her front door. On the other side, this woman's 2 children, ages 2 and 6.
We were hollering for them, begging them to make some kind of noise so we could find them, and they were. We didn't think they were in there.
An effort of 6 to knock down the front door to try and rescue the kids, including this woman who gave Christina her gray sweatshirt to cover up her mouth and go further into the apartment 3 times.
We actually had to drag the mom out. Bless her heart. She wanted to go back in, but she couldn't have helped them if she was dead too.
She ended up passing out in the courtyard from the smoke.
In that courtyard, firefighters' medical gear strung out. Others extinguished hot spots upstairs. A window of time and a pounding knock Christina will never forget.
And I made it to the hallway and I just couldn't breathe anymore, and I just begged the guys, please don't give up on them. I can't anymore.
Now, I just spoke with a detective. Right now, they search for these parents to ask them what happened. He tells me that workers at St. Francis released them without waiting for police or getting any contact information. Live in South Tulsa, Liz Bryant, 2 News works for you.
Liz, thanks. Well, today's fire is forcing several families to find another place to stay tonight.
2 News reporter Dan Perlman continues our team coverage with some new information he's just learned. Dan?
Yeah, well, I just spoke with a spokeswoman and she told me the Red Cross assisted 32 people who called this building home. Also, firefighters say 5 apartments were either damaged or completely destroyed. But tonight, of all those people who are displaced, their concerns are with the mother of those children who died. Kenesha Ross,
fire trucks everywhere.
came home from work.
People was hollering and crying, just everything.
To a tragedy.
The flames, they were rolling out.
She saw her building on fire. Then came the news
It's sad, really.
that 2 children had died.
I could just imagine losing my child.
The thought of loss on her mind, daylight turned to night, and Kenesha went back in the building, greeted with the stench.
I can't be in there because of the smoke.
The same stench filling Amani LaCour's apartment.
It's not a comfortable surrounding to be in at all.
But that smell,
That's secondary.
nothing compared to the loss.
It's kind of hard to sleep on.
A loss both Amani and Kenesha know a mother
I know she's hurting,
is feeling.
and I pray for her, because she gonna need it.
Both Amani and Kenesha are sleeping elsewhere tonight. They tell me they hope to return home tomorrow. Live in South Tulsa, Dan Perlman, 2 News works for you.
Thank you, Dan. We'll continue to follow developments from this fire overnight, including the conditions of the 3 adults injured in the blaze who remain hospitalized. Look for the latest on our website, kjrh.com, and on 2 News Today, starting at 5 in the morning.